Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, Aero Aces. If you are a regular here, if you are not, very welcome to all the new people. And my name is Shireen. I'm going to be taking you through the energy of the week ahead. I usually ask what's most important for us to know so that we can get some guidance in terms of not only the energy that we're dealing with, but any guidance that comes through on how to deal with that or what we can take advantage of in that week, depending on what comes up. All right, so I'm going to be using two Oracle decks today. We're going to be using Stephen Farmer's Earth Magic Oracle and also Carl Gray's Keeper of the Light. I'm just going to pull a few of those, possibly at the end of the reading, just to give us a little bit more guidance. All right. So I hope that you're all looking forward to the full moon tomorrow night. Please remember that tonight is the last time that you can book for that session, for the energy sessions I do. Anyone who doesn't know about the energy sessions, that is a remote energy session that I do for you where we set an intention on your behalf and I do some healing if necessary from my side. Depending on what your intention is, we can work on the chakras, we can do negativity purging, we can set a specific intention if you're looking for the right house at the right price or you need help finding employment. Just have a chat to me and we can see what we can come up with for you. Okay, but tomorrow night is the full moon, strawberry supermoon they call it. So it will prove to be quite powerful and that is a good time to do them. So I usually do energy sessions for the full moon and the new moon every month. And there are some ad hoc sessions depending on what's going on. All right. So as usual, I do not pick the cards for you. I let the cards pick themselves and I'm going to ask for this week, what is most important for us to know right now, please? There's the first one. Childhood, innocence. Okay, let me show you a bit of a close-up quickly. Should come into focus. There we go. These really are lovely cards. Okay, the first thing that I'm picking up here is I feel like we need to go into this week with a sense of wonder. All right, with a sense of being very open-minded, open to new things, new possibilities. I think that this is a week very much to not focus on limitations, but focus on the opposite, especially if this is something that you've struggled with in your life, that you do feel limited in many ways, or that you've had limitations, or you haven't had the opportunities you would have liked, or you've had a different childhood to most people, whatever the case is. I feel as if this is the time to open that up. Okay, maybe you do need to heal some childhood trauma or something like that. But if it's held you back for a prolonged period of time, I feel like we are really surrounded right now by energy that is majorly transformative. Okay, I feel like we really are reaching huge turning points in our lives for many of us. Things that have plagued us or plagued us or that we have struggled with for many years are now coming to a close. We can close chapters with certain things. We can move away from certain negative energies that were really there for a long time. And just because you've dealt with something for a long time doesn't mean that it has to take a long time to heal. Sometimes that is the case with certain things, but with other things, it just takes a change in mindset or a change in consciousness on some level for something to shift. Sometimes it is just time for it to shift, and it literally is a cycle that comes to an end that is even beyond our control, but brings us good fortune where we may have been experiencing bad fortune or what we perceive as bad fortune throughout our lives. So it's about reaching certain milestones that are very positive for us. And I feel like we really need to be in this space of this innocence, this childlike wonder, and how children see just potentiality in everything and they don't see obstacles and everything is positive and beautiful and there's unlimited possibilities, because that is the true nature of the universe. And we do go through cycles. I said to a client today, to every ending, there needs to be a beginning of something else. Night and day, light and dark, summer and winter. If you go through a long winter of your life, eventually spring has to come and eventually there will be summer. So I really think that this is a turning point, and this literally is the spring of many people's lives after a very long winter in certain aspects. It can be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, with a particular relationship, whatever the case is. But I think that there really can be positive change, and that some people might really battle to believe that because they've had the opposite for such a very long time. Okay, so open yourself up to the possibilities of this. I think that's paramount for this week. Let's see what else comes up. What else do we need to know, please? Forest, breath. Okay, these go very much hand in hand with each other, because I feel like dealing with these certain things can be very difficult for us. You know, I feel like this could be potentially trauma, maybe from past relationships, romantic relationships. It could be trauma from childhood, feeling that we were neglected in some way, or whatever the case is. And what do we do instantly when we think about something from the past that's difficult to think about, or that we struggle with? We get shortness of breath. We start getting to that mode where we're really in an uncomfortable place. So I think that it's very important for us as well to be conscious of how we are breathing. You don't necessarily have to do breathing exercises or take anything to the next level with intense breath work or anything like that. But I think just remember to breathe. Okay, I might even put out a couple of reminders this week. Concentrate on like relaxing your jaw, because we tend to like tense up our jaws. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, let them drop. Take a deep breath. All of these things that we do when we are feeling tense or concerned about something, be cognizant of that during this week. Say to yourself, is my jaw relaxed? Are my shoulders dropped? Or am I holding them up with a tense jaw? Is my breathing shallow? Okay, so try to just take nice, deep, long breaths. And this will, I mean, even if you do this a couple of times a day or even once a day, you'll be amazed at how much clarity of thought you have, how much calmer you feel overall, and how much easier your day is. A very, very easy breath exercise is to breathe in for 5 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds, and breathe out for 5 seconds. And you do that 5 times. Try to do it in the morning and in the evening, and you will be surprised how that really helps you. If you're sitting in a queue somewhere where you're usually irritated because you don't like being in this environment, whatever it is, something that's aggravating you, remember the number 5 and say, okay, 5 in, hold for 5, breathe out for 5, and do that 5 times. No one has to notice you doing it. You could be anywhere, and you'll be very surprised at how much clearer your thoughts are, because obviously you're oxygenating your body. You might have a bit more energy and you feel a lot more balanced. All right, especially if you're dealing with something where you've got to kind of think about traumatic incidents in order to process them and deal with them and eventually let them go. That will be very helpful. Let's see what else we got. I really think this has got stuff to do with people's heart area. Okay, this is stuff that is really, I feel like it's really emotionally based. Sometimes we can't even have contact with those people that we have that emotional connection to anymore. But I feel like the heart chakra needs help this week, okay? And I feel like these greens are very important. Surround yourself with greens and with pink, because that is the color that resonates with the heart chakra. If the heart needs healing from trauma, from a broken heart, from estrangement from somebody that you miss, somebody who's passed away, whatever it is that you're dealing with, or like I said, past trauma, make sure that you surround yourself with green plants. If you're into crystals, surround yourself with green aventurine. Rose quartz is fantastic for the heart chakra as well. But all of these green stones, malachite, anything like that will be really helpful. Keep it close to you. A nice chunk of rose quartz is always your friend when you're trying to heal from something, or when you're trying to process these difficult energies. Okay, so the green is very important. Or try and be outside like this. Sit on the grass, ground yourself, so that it helps you to deal with the energies. Okay, what else do we need to know, please? Maybe you can also be observant of your breath, and if a memory comes up and you find your breathing to be shallow, know that that needs to be healed. Okay, because sometimes we don't always know. What else do we need to know this week, please? Whoops. Okay. I think I need to take that one just because it popped up exactly the way it popped up. Okay, it says blessings, rainbow. I think that that's the focus. I got a message tonight actually about not focusing on the negatives. I think many of you have heard the story, and I think it was my mom that sent it to me about this teacher that hands out this surprise exam. And sorry, I don't know why it's flashing like that. There's nothing like that that's flashing. Maybe just trying to adjust to the light. He pulls out this surprise exam and he gives these kids a blank page with a little black dot in the middle, and he says to them, describe what you see. And all the kids give the papers back eventually, and all they focus on is the black dot and what its position was on the page, and they try their best to describe the black dot. And he says to them, you only focus on the black dot. You don't focus on all the white area of the page, all the blessings that you have, all the positive things. We tend to focus on the negatives. And also, if we have these things plaguing us or bothering us, a lot of the time they are like a black dot. It's like a mark on your soul, or you feel like that at least. But remember all the other things around you, all the blessings that you do have, or things that have perhaps been lessons that have come out of that have been invaluable to you in your life. Okay, try to change your mindset, especially if you think, oh, well, this will never be resolved. Try to be positive about that and say how many things have been resolved, or what came out of that was actually a good thing. You know, sometimes people can be mean to us, but they teach us to be a better person through their actions. There's always something that can be learned from an experience or from a relationship. So try to look for that and look at the other things that you do have instead of focusing on this. Look at the blessings, and the more you focus on the blessings, the more you grow them. Okay. All right. Is there anything else for this week, please? There we go. Radiance, summer solstice. That's a really beautiful card. Okay. I think that this almost shows a progression to me, okay, of what you can actually achieve if you're really aware of everything that's going on around you and your emotions and your breathing, these things that are being stirred within you this week. Full moon can really bring up our emotions. It can make people very volatile, very sensitive, but don't shy away from it. Okay, look at the things that are coming up for healing, that your attention is being drawn to. Spirit's trying to show you with your shallow breath and your tense shoulders and your tense clenched jaw that something's still not sorted out, okay? And endeavor to sort it out. Endeavor to do the work so that you can be rid of it once and for all. And this radiance is really beautiful. I think I'm actually going to read from the book for you with this one. Summer Solstice, because this is so beautiful. And yes, I must, because I've just literally, the book's fallen open in that spot. Okay, so let's do this. Radiance. The word solstice originates from the Latin word solstitium, which means stationary or stopped. This is because twice during the solar year the sun appears to rise and set in the same place for several days. It seems to be taking a much needed rest before making the next circuit across the sky from one solstice to the next. It's ceaseless, predictable certainty having existed since before the time of our ancestors. There are stories in many cultures that personify the sun as a deity, either male or female, often riding the sun across the sky in a boat or a chariot. With the summer solstice comes the culmination of the sun's travels that have led to the longest days of the year. The light is now at its fullest and has provided its own brand of nourishment to the land and all of its inhabitants. Celebrations and ceremonies abound. Passion and playfulness are themes. We feel an innate desire to be outdoors in the natural world and reap the benefits of the longest days of the year. We instinctually seek the light, and during this cycle there is an abundance of it. Let the radiance of the sun inspire your inner radiance to shine forth. Release your concerns about what may happen in the future and focus on appreciating everything you have that is good and right. Allow Father Sun to take away your worries and cares. Do something physically active to stimulate your inner light. Dance, sing, but most important, get outdoors. Do not let any negative thoughts or habits stop you. When you're in love with life, you naturally radiate that love. During this part of your cycle, your capacity to love is greatly amplified. In one of those supreme ironies of life, the more love you give, the more returns to you. It starts by allowing the radiant being you truly are to be expressed into the world. Smile a little more. Notice the beauty of nature. See the humor in the paradoxes of your life. Showing your love, especially to those whom you are closest. Then smile even more and watch how the world around you lights up. Okay, we are actually coming up to the solstice this month, and I will be doing a solstice energy session, so keep an eye out for that. I could be wrong, but I think it's the 21st. I'll definitely check that up, and I'll definitely put it in my Telegram channel. I'll put the info there, so keep an eye out for that, but I'll double check the date for you and I'll put everything up. Let's, last but not least, have a look at what the Keepers of the Light has to say for us, or to us rather, and just see what messages come up. I'll give it a quick shuffle. I like to show you guys what I do so that you don't think that I just like prepare all the cards and expect you to believe them. Okay. All right, so what do we need to know this week, please, from this deck of cards? What guidance is there for us? Any actions we need to take? Freya. Okay, Freya, the Norse goddess of fertility, which I was reminded of today, of childbirth, medicine, all kinds of things, and magic as well. And here we go again. We just spoke about the solstice. I'm just trying to get her in focus. Come on. There we go. Phases and cycles. We just spoke about that. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Okay, I literally used those words earlier. There's a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Maybe you need to be released from something that's been holding on to you for a long time, and maybe it was not what it seemed, or you haven't had all the facts and something needed to be revealed to you. It might even be painful, but necessary. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Freya. What else? Please note this full moon behind her as well. Master Jesus, forgiveness. Okay, please, when you see these deities, ascended masters, gods and goddesses coming up, you do not have to prescribe to that religion or that belief system, but they're archetypes for messages that are supposed to come through for us. I don't know why it won't focus for me. Okay. Forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. Okay, so this might be a problem for some people, okay? Their relationship with their father. This can directly affect your abundance, which I also discussed with a client this week. The masculine energy is very expansive and giving, and if we are not balanced with the relationship that we have with our father, the world can seem unexpansive, not giving. All right, so if there's anything like that that needs to come up for healing, that's what you need to work on. I do mother healing and father healing readings to try and balance this out, to see what they are here to teach you, what still needs to be healed, and what you can do about it. So if that's an issue for you, maybe that is one of the things from the past that needs to be sorted out, okay? But it says you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Believe that if it hasn't happened in the past, things are shifting and changing, okay? Father healing is possible at this time. If you haven't been able to do it in the past, it's saying that it's possible at this time. She's very much the mother energy too. She's like an archetype that is on par with Isis and Mother Mary and all of these loving, mothering, nurturing kind of energy. So this could even represent the mother energy too if you have a difficult relationship or an issue with the mother energy in your life. Okay, one last one, please. What other info do we need or action can we take? Lady Portia. Divine order. Let's see if she'll focus for me. There we go. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Okay, doing what you feel is right is really following your intuition. Everybody is intuitive, okay? Intuition is not just a special gift that certain people have. Yes, they have it to certain degrees, a lot stronger than others, but intuition is an inherent human quality. If you feel something's bad, it's bad. If you feel it's good, it's good. Always follow your first gut instinct. That is your intuition. That is your higher self. That is your guides and guardians that want to give you the advice, okay? So, this is trying to restore the divine order. It's trying to bring things back into balance for you. Do what you feel is right. Your life is not a popularity contest, okay? You're not here to please or appease other people, and that's vitally important. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Okay, so there's something, like it said, there might be illusions that are going to be revealed and released for you. Maybe there are things you didn't know before that bring a deeper level of understanding, and there's going to be an important lesson within that. All right, so keep your eyes and ears open. Watch how your body, your physical body, reacts to your emotional body. Okay, and remember, relax your jaw, drop your shoulders, breathe, because that's going to help you get through the week. Okay, I send you all lots and lots of love. I hope it's a wonderful week. I wish you much healing on whatever level you need it, and we'll chat again soon. Take care. Bye for now.